Welcome to the Stoic Golden Tribe, where enduring wisdom meets the strength of presence and where we uncover the truths modern society refuses to teach men. In this sacred space, we speak directly, man to man, with clarity, strength, and purpose. Because in today's world, too many men are lost in confusion when it comes to love, women, and attachment. You've been told to chase, to please, to overgive. But no one has told you what truly makes a woman attached to a man with her mind, body, and soul. You see, there are silent forces beneath the surface of female nature: desire, arousal, emotional imprinting, and a deep longing to feel safe yet excited, desired yet led, understood yet mystified. And if you don't understand how these work, you'll keep chasing women who never truly want to stay. You'll mistake attention for affection and seduction for substance. But when you understand how a woman truly gets attached, and how her biology, emotion, and instinct intertwine, you stop chasing and start choosing. This video will change how you see women forever. Not through manipulation, not through bitterness, but through clarity, masculine insight, and ancient wisdom that kings, warriors, and poets once understood. Now, before we begin, I invite you to subscribe and join the Brotherhood by commenting below. What's one thing you've observed about how women behave when they truly feel emotionally attached? Let's build a tribe that grows stronger together. Now let's dive in. Chapter 1. The biological blueprint of female attachment. Listen carefully, brother. Before you can understand her emotions, her words, or even her actions, you have to understand her biology. Because desire and attachment aren't random. They're built into the very nature of being female. From ancient times, women were hardwired to seek security and strength in a man. Not because they're manipulative or gold diggers by default, but because survival once depended on a man's resources, protection, and resolve. That wiring still lives in her, even in our modern world. She feels attachment when she senses you can lead, when you have the power to choose, not just the hunger to chase, when your words and actions show consistency, even as you challenge her emotionally. But there's more. Her arousal is tied to mystery, to unpredictability but not chaos, to a man whose presence calms her but whose mind excites her. In ancient Greece, philosophers spoke of eros, not merely sex, but the spark of longing that binds two people together. That eros is born when a man embodies polarity, strength and gentleness, certainty and depth. Modern men have forgotten this. They try to be nice, thinking approval will buy love, but it kills attraction at the root, because she cannot attach to a man she feels she can control. True female attachment begins when she senses you are self-led, that you have your own mission, that her presence in your life is chosen, not needed. This is biology. It is ancient. It is unchanging. If you want her to attach to you on the deepest level, honor that truth. Drop a comment below. Tell us, have you ever seen a woman test your confidence without saying a word? Chapter 2. Emotional Imprinting. How Women Bond Beyond Logic. Expanded version. Listen carefully, brother, because this is one of the most misunderstood truths about women. Most men think women choose partners the same way men do, through logic, lists of pros and cons, or a tally of material advantages. They believe that if they have the best job, the biggest car, the right lines, they can secure her loyalty forever. But they forget one crucial thing. Female attachment is not logical. It's not calculated in her conscious mind. It's emotional. It's imprinted deep in the parts of her soul that words can't touch. When a woman attaches to a man, it's rarely because he told her to. It's because he made her feel something no one else did. This is emotional imprinting. Think about it. Ancient poets and mystics understood this long before modern psychology put it into words. In Persia, Rumi wrote of love that burns away certainty, of longing that defies explanation, of a magnetic pull that shakes your very being. He wasn't just describing romance, he was describing emotional imprinting. That moment when someone carves their presence into your memory, forever changing how you see love. Women don't simply remember what you bought them, what you did for them, or even what you said. They remember how they felt in your presence. Did you make her feel seen in a way no one else could? Did you create a world she wanted to step into? Did you let her bring her storms without losing your center? Did you offer her safety without dullness and excitement without danger? These moments matter. It's why she'll replay that night you stayed up talking until dawn, the way you looked at her when she was vulnerable, the time you held your ground when she challenged you, and earned her respect instead of resentment. The moment you made her feel safe enough to cry on your shoulder and you didn't flinch or look away. These are the moments that stick, that create an emotional memory she can't forget, because they tell her, here is a man who can hold my full self. But here's the truth most men refuse to see. Emotional imprinting isn't always positive. Many men leave neutral or even negative imprints without realizing it. They give in too easily, they apologize for existing, they hide their true intentions behind fake politeness, they confuse approval-seeking with love. What does this do? It kills trust, because she feels you're not real, you're hiding, and how can she attach to someone she can't even see? Trust is the foundation of all true attachment. Without it, she may sleep with you, she may even date you for a while, but she will not bond her heart to you. So understand this, a woman's emotional memory is powerful. It's the core of her bonding mechanism. She can forget words, dates, details, but she will never forget the way a man made her feel, especially when he did what others couldn't. If you want her truly attached to you, you must learn to lead her emotions. But be clear, this is not about manipulation. It's not about fake charm or empty tactics. It's about presence. Presence means you are here, fully, calm, grounded, unapologetically yourself. It means you can hold intensity without fear, her tears, her anger, her doubts, her joy, all of it, because you are unshakable. This is the difference between the ordinary man and the extraordinary man. The ordinary man tries to calm her storms by avoiding them, by walking on eggshells, by suppressing conflict. But the extraordinary man knows the storm is part of her. He doesn't run from it, he anchors it. He becomes the rock against which her waves crash safely. That's how emotional imprinting is forged. That's how you become the man she can't forget, even if she tries, because you offered something no one else did: emotional safety without boredom, passion without fear, depth without games. This is the way of ancient kings, of warriors who knew that to lead others, they first had to master themselves. It's not about controlling her, it's about controlling yourself so powerfully that she feels free to be fully herself around you. That is the path of the Stoic Golden Tribe. That is the mark of a man women truly attached to at the level of soul, not just body. Drop a comment below. Tell us, what moments do you think leave the deepest emotional mark on a woman? Let's hear your thoughts. Chapter 3. The Power of Masculine Polarity. Creating Magnetic Desire. Sit back for this part, brother, because this is where most men fail. They chase love, they beg for connection, and in the process they kill the very desire they seek. Desire is born from polarity, from the tension between the masculine and the feminine. This is not modern social theory, this is ancient, primal truth. Across every civilization, from the ancient Egyptians to the Greeks and Romans, men knew that feminine energy seeks to flow while masculine energy provides direction. A woman doesn't want a man who mirrors her. She doesn't want you to be her emotional twin. She wants your strength, your decisiveness, your calm under fire, because her nature is drawn to the man who can lead her into depth. But let's be clear, leadership isn't dominance for its own sake. It's not cruelty or empty bravado. It is the capacity to hold space for her most chaotic emotions without flinching. It is the resolve to set boundaries with love but unwavering firmness. It is the power to choose not because you're needy, but because you know your own worth. Think of the ancient Stoics. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet wrote about controlling his own passions. he understood that true power isn't controlling others. It's controlling yourself, so that you lead naturally. And women feel this instinctively. They test you not to torture you, but to discover whether you truly are the man you claim to be. When you fold under pressure, when you get reactive, angry, or desperate, you kill the polarity that fuels desire. But when you respond with calm, grounded strength, she feels safe. Not safe in the boring, predictable way, but safe to surrender to you emotionally and physically. This is the ultimate paradox. A woman wants to feel your strength so she can let go of control. She wants to feel your certainty so she can be vulnerable. She wants to see you hold your mission above her whims, even as you cherish her presence. Most modern men have forgotten this dance. They fear masculine leadership. They think being nice will win her. But women don't fall in love with nice. They fall in love with depth, with direction, with the man who says, "I will lead, not follow." Remember this. True masculine energy doesn't seek permission. It offers safety. It creates space for her most tender, chaotic, beautiful self to emerge. When you master this polarity, you don't have to chase her. She will naturally lean in. She will wonder about you when you're not there. She will choose you over men who offer only approval and comfort, because you've become the rarest of men, a man she can trust to be unshakable, a man she can respect, a man she can desire for who he truly is. This is not a game. It is the foundation of genuine, lasting love. It is the path walked by warriors, kings, and poets for thousands of years. If you want a woman to attach deeply, you must first own your masculine core, without apology, without fear, without compromise. Drop a comment below. What does being truly masculine mean to you? Let's talk about it. Chapter 4. Expanded. The soul bond. Why she stays, why she leaves, and what makes her choose. You brother, this is where it all leads, beyond arousal, beyond desire, beyond games or tricks. This is the realm of soul bonding, that invisible thread that makes a woman stay even when times are hard, or vanish even when everything looks perfect on the outside. Most men never understand this level. They spend their lives mastering the art of getting women, but they never learn the art of keeping them, not just in bed, but in the heart, the mind, and the soul. Listen carefully. It's not about how handsome you are, not about how rich you are, not about the lines you memorized from some dating coach. It's about how deeply you've rooted yourself in her emotional world, and how deeply you've invited her into yours without ever losing yourself. You see, women don't bond through sex alone. Sex can open the door. But what makes her stay? It's how she feels in your presence, before, during, and after. This is why a woman attaches her soul to a man who makes her feel three things. 1. Safe enough to open. 2. Challenged enough to grow. 3. Desired enough to surrender. Miss even one of these and the bond begins to crack. So let's go deeper. The feminine wants to merge. This is not weakness. It's not neediness. It's nature. She wants to lose herself in something greater, a purpose, a vision, or a man whose direction is strong enough to hold her. Why? Because her strength is different from yours. Masculine strength is the container. Feminine strength is the energy that fills it. You, as a man, must become the container for that merging, not by force, not by fear, but by being unmovable. Most men today fail here. They're either too emotionally closed off, so she feels alone, even in his arms, or they're too emotionally chaotic, so she can't trust him to hold anything, not even himself. These men can't hold a woman's heart, or worse, they collapse trying to. You must become the still ocean. She can bring her storms without fear of drowning you. She can rage, cry, test, soften, and you remain steady. That kind of emotional presence doesn't come from reading tips. It comes from a deep connection to yourself, your values, your boundaries, your purpose, your emotional integrity. Because here's a truth no one talks about. A woman can only attach deeply to a man who's already emotionally attached to his own life purpose. If she senses that you're lost, that you orbit around her like she's your sun, she will withdraw, even if she loves you. Why? Because feminine energy cannot trust what it feels, it must lead. She doesn't want to be the captain of the ship. She wants to trust the captain, you. This wisdom isn't modern psychology, it's ancient truth. The Taoists spoke of yin and yang. Yin, the feminine, is receptive, flowing, ever-changing. Yang, the masculine, is directive, focused, unshakable. Only when these energies are balanced can love and passion endure. Too many modern men have lost this compass. They become obsessed with keeping her happy, but forget who they are when she's not around. And so she begins to detach. You've seen it before. She grows distant. She laughs less. She stops touching you. Her eyes no longer shine when she looks at you. Most men panic at this. They try harder. They overcompensate. They text too much. They apologize too much. They pour effort where energy is what's missing. But effort without masculine energy feels desperate. She doesn't want you to try harder. She wants you to stand firmer. What she truly longs for is not gifts, not words, not even promises, but presence, conviction, calm certainty. She wants to feel that if she leaves, you will hurt, yes, but you will not fall apart. You will mourn her absence, but you will never lose your mission, your spine, your self-respect. That's when she chooses you again and again, not because she needs you, but because she can't help feeling the pull of your presence in her soul. That's the kind of bond that survives arguments, that outlasts temptation, that turns short-term attraction into lifelong devotion. But here's the hard truth. Not every woman deserves access to your soul, just as not every man is worthy of hers. This is not about giving yourself away to anyone who wants you. It's about being discerning. Choose wisely. Test her heart the way she tests your strength. Watch her in silence. Observe how she acts when she doesn't get what she wants. That is her truth. Because the woman who can bond with your soul is not just beautiful, she is willing to be led, willing to grow with you, willing to bring peace, not just chaos, into your world. She will challenge you, yes. She will test you, yes. But she will also nurture you in ways no one else can. And when you meet her, you won't chase, you won't beg, you won't have to convince her. You will simply lead, you will invite, and she will choose you, not once, but every single day. That is the final truth of female attachment. It's not about looks, not about sex, not about money or clever lines. It's about depth, presence, polarity. It's about earning her soul, not just her body. When you do that, you don't just keep her attention, you don't just win her loyalty. You earn something so much rarer, her devotion, not because you asked for it, but because you became the kind of man she couldn't forget if she tried. Because in your presence, she feels safe, alive, and seen in ways she never knew she craved. That is the work of a lifetime. That is the path of the Stoic Golden Tribe. That is what separates the boys from the men and the men from the kings. Drop a comment below. Have you ever felt a woman's energy shift from warmth to distance, or from distance back to devotion? Share what you learned about the bond between masculine and feminine.